In today's video, you will learn how to easily protect your privacy and data on your Mac using the free LuLu Firewall app to block unauthorized outgoing network connections and data leaks. Visit objective-c.org to download the latest version of the LuLu Firewall app. Scroll down and click on the LuLu's icon to go to the LuLu's download page. Then click Download. Double-click the LuLu DMG file to open it. Then drag its icon into the Applications folder. Please be patient and do not skip any part of this tutorial, especially if this is your first time installing the LuLu Firewall. The current version of LuLu supports macOS 10.5 and later. If you are installing it on macOS Sequoia, make sure to update to version 15.3. When you launch the LuLu app, a dialog box will appear asking, LuLu is an application downloaded from the internet. Are you sure you want to open it? Click Open. And a logging item will be added to Logging Items and Extensions. Next, you will see the Welcome screen. Click Next. After that, click Open System Settings to enable the LuLu network extension. Turn on the toggle switch for LuLu, enter your user account password and click OK. Then click Allow to let LuLu filter the network content. On the initial configuration screen, uncheck Allow already installed applications. To gain better control over third-party apps, then click Next. You can now find the LuLu icon in the menu bar. In the next step, if you want to support LuLu, click Yes, and you will be directed to the patreon.com page. If you would like to do it later, click No. After the installation is complete, you will receive several alerts. You might be surprised to discover that many hidden network activities are taking place that you couldn't see before. You can now choose to allow or block any unauthorized outgoing connections. In my case, I first receive alerts from Grammarly, Chrome Helper, and Microsoft Update Assistant. You may receive different alerts depending on the apps or software you are using. In this example, I have to decide whether to allow or block the outgoing connection for Chrome Helper, which is part of the Google Chrome browser. If I click Block, I won't be able to browse the internet, so I choose Allow. Given that the browser comes from a well-known company and is widely used, I allow the connection without worrying about it. Once you allow an outgoing connection, the alert won't appear the next time you launch the same app. However, to protect your privacy and secure your Mac as well as your sensitive information, you should be careful before permitting an application to make outbound connections. If you are unsure whether the connection is necessary, click Block. You can modify the permission later. For example, a photo editing app like Pixelmator Pro or TextShot don't require an internet connection to function. You can block their outgoing connections. You only need to allow outbound connections when you want to receive an update. Afterward, you can block them again.
If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell for more. Thank you.
Let's take a closer look. The first icon or button on the left displays code signing information related to the process. Chrome Helper is validly signed with an Apple Developer ID. Therefore, you can trust the process. To view the origins of the process, click the middle button. PID stands for Process Identifier. The third button from the left shows how many antivirus engines have flagged the process as malicious. In this case, it's 0. To view more details about the outgoing connections, click the arrow. When you first allow a program to create outgoing connections, your choice influences future connections. By default, always is automatically selected. The same effect applies if you select block. The next time you launch the same program, you won't receive an alert. If you want to limit the permissions until you close the application, select Process Lifetime. The next time you open the same app, you will need to choose whether to allow or block the outgoing connection. Some apps, such as Safari, Firefox, or Google Chrome, won't function without an internet connection. As long as you trust the app and the developer, click Allow. If you want to restrict the connection by time, click on Valid Until. Enter the hours and minutes, and once the specified time is reached, the rule will be deleted. To configure the LuLu Firewall settings, click its icon in the menu bar and select Settings. Check the boxes for Allow Apple Programs and Allow DNS traffic. Since I want to control the outgoing connections for third-party apps, I will leave the box for all installed programs unchecked. If you are developing applications, check the box for all simulator applications. If you are not a developer, keep it unchecked. Next, click the Mode tab. We will accept the default settings and keep the 4 boxes for passive mode, block mode, no icon mode, and no virus total mode unchecked. In the following step, click the Lists tab. I also accept the default settings. However, you can always adjust the settings based on your needs. Next, click the Update tab. If you prefer LuLu not to check for updates or new versions automatically, check the box. To allow LuLu to receive updates automatically, leave the setting unchanged. To view the complete list of all programs that have been allowed or block outgoing connections, click on LuLu's icon, go to Rules, and select Show. If you want to receive an update for a program that has been blocked, right-click or control-click on Block and select Edit Rule. Then click Allow, followed by Update. In the next step, update your application, then return to this page. Click Allow, select Edit Rule, click Block, and finally click Update. If you want to remove a rule, right-click or control-click on its name and select Delete Rule. To find the app's location on your Mac, right-click on it and select Show Path. This will display the app's location. Let's examine the rules in more detail. This window displays all LuLu's rules that have been allowed or blocked. To manually add a rule, click the Add Rule button. Next, click Browse and select the app you want to block its network connections. Click Open and finally click Add. To remove the rule, as before, right-click on Block and choose Delete. The next one is the Default Rules window, which shows the macOS system processes. To ensure your system remains functional, you must allow these processes to access the network. The third window shows Apple rules. If the Allow Apple Programs option is enabled either during installation or through LuLu settings, any process exclusively signed by Apple will automatically be granted network access. The third-party program rules. No programs are listed here because I did not select the option in the settings when installing LuLu. The user rules. This window displays all the rules I have created as a user. You will often need to access this tab to block unwanted network traffic or allow a specific app to access the network to receive updates. Recent rules. This window displays all rules created within the past 24 hours. The creation date and time for each rule are displayed in this window. To export your rules, navigate to Rules and choose Export. Then choose a location on your Mac to save the rules. I choose Desktop and click Save. After exporting your rules, you can copy it to a backup device. To import the rules, go to Rules and select Import. Next, navigate to the location of your exported rules, select the file and click Open. To view your current network activity, click LuLu's icon in the menu bar and select Network Monitor. Netiquette lets you see your current network activity. If the window feels crowded, click the collapse icon for a simpler view. For more details about Netiquette, click the green Apple icon. To save the current result, click the Save icon. To configure the settings, click Settings. To clean up deleted, expired, or terminated items, navigate to the Rules, select Clean Up, and click OK. By the way, as you may already know, LuLu blocks outgoing network connections. If you want to learn how to block incoming connections, check out this video. I will include the link in the description box below this video. I hope you learned something new today. If you did, please consider subscribing by clicking on my profile picture and sharing the video links with your friends. Your support will inspire me to create more videos for you. Thank you for watching.